And welcome back, everybody, to Gaming with God. I'm your host, Grumpy Old Dude, stepping into the Wayback Machine. The Neverwinter Nights playthrough was not getting any viewer involvement. Asked for participation, wasn't getting it, so try a different game. Maybe that'll excite you folks a little more. Step back into time to 2001, Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. And as you can see on the screen, I have the mod list loaded up here, and I have a number of mods, quite a few of them. Tribunal Blood Moon Morrowind, that's your Game of the Year edition on Steam and GOG. I have this through GOG. And a number of mods, like I said. Now, the first things are Entertainers, BC Sounds, Master Index, and Family. These are Bethesda release mods. Metal Queen Boutique. Let's see. EBQ Artifact, I think. All New Faces and everything else after that. Area Effect Arrows is an official one. All the rest of these are user-designed mods. Most of these I got from Nexus mod list. The other ones I got from Morrowind mod history or something. I'll have the website in the notes below. I started this game is difficult to get to record on OBS. When the game activates, it kills the Windows key, so I can't leave the game screen to go to OBS to turn recording on, off, to verify everything. So I kind of have to catch as catch can on that process. So I'm going to stop this right here. I've already recorded a lead-in without the mods, just vanilla Morrowind, because I want you to see the vanilla graphics, and then I'm going to bring in a recording with the current graphics with the mods installed so you can see the difference. The game, is, as far as play goes, has aged quite well. And with the mods, take your time with some mods, and the graphics for that are perfectly acceptable. We will see you soon. I'm going to pin this to the front, to the lead-in on what I've already recorded, and then I'll commence play and attach that right behind it. So we will see you soon. Seems to be working, actually. Let's see if this is going to happen now. Each event is preceded by prophecy, but without the hero, there is no event. In the waning years of the third era of Tamriel, a prisoner born on a certain day to uncertain parents was sent under guard without explanation to Morrowind, ignorant of the role he was to play in that nation's history.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
Okay. Now, I am going to play just a little bit of this, go through the character generation process, then I'm going to stop the recording. I am going to download a number of mods, but I want you to see the graphics as the game sits now so you can appreciate the difference once I download a few mods.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
It's the old WASD keys to move.
You better do what they
Caps
say.
lock, and we move a little faster. Or you can hold the shift key down.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as
You
possible.
hit the space bar to interact with things.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
You finally arrived. Our records don't show
Excuse
from
me.
where.
Okay, now this is the part where I really wanted to go through a little bit right here with the stock version so that you'll appreciate better the mods that I'm going to download. Breton is an innate magic country, race, if you will. Humans, better at magic than most. They have a magical bonus. That's their mana, if you will. They also have an innate resistance to magicka. Argonians are the reptilian race. Dark Elves, Drow, depending on your pronunciation choice. Dunmer, they're called here in Morrowind. The High Elves, in strong to magic, but they have innate weaknesses and they have more mana by nature than everybody else. The Imperials are the ruling, governing race, humanoid. The Khajiit, the Nords, made famous by Skyrim. Orcs, Red Guards, who are prime warriors. And then Wood Elves, otherwise known as Bosmer. You can be male, you can be female. You have a few face choices you can select from. You have different hairstyles. And again, you'll appreciate the mods I'm going to download. You can see the polygons on the faces. You can see the polygons in the hair from the standard selections. I'll be playing a Redguard when it comes time. Once I get the mods all straightened out. And there we go. We'll just do that for now. Over here, you see these are the racial bonuses to various skills.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
And yes, a few of the mods I'm going to download are cheats. Shoot me.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Now, I always create a custom class. Pardon me, I'm sorry. A little something in my throat. Ranger's as good a title as any for it. Now, here we have three choices. Combat focus, magic focus, or stealth focus. Whichever one we choose, we'll get a small bonus to the skills that show up on the screen there affiliated with that discipline. Okay? I'm going to take a magic focus. Then here, I am going to take physical focuses to bonus those. Now, major skills, minor skills. These will get a larger bump to their starting skill values than the minor skills will, which will get a larger bump than the skills not listed in either discipline. The way we level is by raising 10 points in major and or minor skills. What happens when you do that is the more skills that go up in this case, for example, agility, the more our agility will go up when we level. Okay, so we want to make certain choices here. I almost always take alchemy as a major skill. That gives me some knowledge of what the plants do when they're made into a potion. Security I take, simply that's how we pick locks. If it's very low, you'll never get locks opened up without magic or something. I take light armor. And the reason I take light armor, there is a group of assassins that will be working to kill us. Their armor is light, and it has the defensive values of a lot of heavy armors. So, yeah, we'll do that. Now here, I want to take... I think we'll take Marksman. If you're not somewhat skilled with a bow to start with, you'll go through arrows fast, and they cost money. So we have Alchemy, Security, Light Armor, Marksman. We need a spell of some sort. I like to take Mysticism right here. I will take Restoration sometimes. Those are healing spells. Mysticism, and I'll explain that shortly here. We're going to stay with Longblade there. Here we're going to take Restoration and Conjuration. I think Mysticism is willpower. Conjuration is intelligence. And Restoration is intelligence. So here we have intelligence, agility, willpower, strength. We don't have endurance yet. Spear, there's not much here that trains up your endurance. Medium armor, heavy armor, and for whatever reason, spear. Probably not going to take it, though. And that's the only ones that train up endurance. Let's see here. Conjuration, Restoration, Longblade, Speechcraft, and Enchant, simply because if we don't take it here, we're not going to have any skill level to speak of in enchanting. That's going to cause other issues deeper in the game when we start trying to enchant stuff. So let's see what this does.
Very good. The letter that preceded, you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
Okay, one of the mods I download is a cheat here on the birth sign, and it is a monster's benefit to start the game with. Doesn't do that much for you later on. Okay, we are a Redguard. Redguard gets bonuses to combat and that kind of stuff. Our magicka is limited. Now, the apprentice would give us 1.5 times our intelligence in bonus magicka, but it makes us susceptible to magic, which I don't like. Spell absorption 50 points, double our intelligence and additional magicka, but stunted magicka. That means our magicka does not regen at all. We have to absorb it in order to gain additional magic. Fortify personality, fortify endurance. Endurance and strength combined are what establish your hit points. I generally take the lady when I'm not using the cheat.
Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
So here's what we have. We have 55 hit points, only a 30 in intelligence and willpower. So we're not going to be monster casters. We only have 30 magicka because that's what our intelligence is. We have no bonuses for it. Agility's at 40. Endurance is at 85, so we really don't need to worry too much about boosting that. Personality's at 65. Luck is at 40. And here's our major skills. Here's our minor skills. And here's all the miscellaneous skills. Now, the more you do things in Morrowind, the more these skills go up. These will go up to 100, and then it'll bump the skill 1 point. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go with that just for...
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release.
Spacebar to interact. You take that. And now if we hit the tab key, we can see ourselves. Okay? Now, one of the mods I'm going to download is Better Bodies. And I will not use the nude version because I will be wanting to video this. There she is in her underwear. Okay. The way you don or use things, you just pick it up and drop it on the character.
Continue through to the next building and talk to Celes Gravius.
All right. We're going to pilfer some things here. But we do have to be careful. We can only carry Pardon me. We can only carry 250 pounds. So we might not be carrying everything that we can pilfer. 3 sacks there. Empty those. Yes, we want that lockpick. Sound effects are nice, aren't they? Pilfer. Because that's what heroes do. Now, there will be a lot of books in this game, and some of them will actually take time to read. If you've never played the game, I would advise reading. Okay, now one of the things you picked up off the table behind me is a lockpick. F for readies it. Remember we took security as a major skill? 31 coins. Then we picked that lock so it went to a 9. There's a barrel here. A couple of vases and a magic healing ring. And here we get our initial part of the mission for the game
Your
quest.
papers, please.
I'm Solius Gravius, Knight Errant of the Imperial Legion. Yes, you're in Morrowind. I don't know why you're here or why you were released from prison and shipped here, but your authorization comes directly from Emperor Uriel Septim VII himself, and I don't need to know any more than that. When you leave this office, you're a free man. But before you go, I have instructions on your duties. Instructions from the Emperor, so pay close attention. Duties. This package came with the news of your arrival. You are to take it to Caius Casades in the town of Balmora. Go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for Caius. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would serve the Emperor. I also have a letter for you and a dispersal to your name. Directions to his house, or to Caius Casades. Package and 87 gold has been given to us. Balmora is to the south. Morrowind is where we are. My trade, he's a knight errant, imperial. That's his nationality. Silt Striders are big beasts that carry us around. And Uriel Septim is the emperor. And you get this information by talking to people and clicking on things. Yeah, you can try and persuade him to make him like you better. Right now it's at a 57. I don't much care right now if he likes me or doesn't.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay. Same thing here. All right. So now you've seen your basic Morrowind. And I am now going to terminate this recording. And I am going to download and install just a whole bunch of mods. And then you're going to get to see the difference once I do that. So, take care, and we'll see you later. See, I have to exit that in order to stop the recording. Okay, here we go. Been running into one issue after another. Trying to get this appended playthrough started so we can get going with this.
Stand
There
up.
we go.
There you go.
Now you can see the
You were
difference
dreaming.
in the graphics, modded
What's
or
your name?
unmodded. The game is much easier on the eye, modded.
Well,
The hard
not even last
polygonal
night's storm
graphics
could wake you.
didn't
I
age
heard them
that
say
well.
we reached Morrowind.
Going
I'm
back
sure
20
to let
years.
us
I
go.
still got the shadow box going here. Let's see. 1280. If I go to 1280 by 800. Well, that's even worse. 1280 by 960. Worse yet. 1440 by 900. There's full screen.
Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Okay. Now for right now, I'm only going to play this through the character generation. And the reason for that being, what I wanted to do with this first episode is let you see the difference between vanilla Morrowind and the modded Morrowind.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
He looks totally different, doesn't he? I want you to see the difference between modded and unmodded Morrowind. And we looked at the Wood Elves here pretty decently. Flashed through them in a hurry. You can see what the modders did here with the faces. Really some good work. Lots of options, lots of variations. And same thing with the hairs. Lots of choices. Lots of differences. Okay, we're going to go to the red card. And there's the one I like. Yeah, I like long hair. Here we go. 75% resistant to disease, poison, adrenaline rush. Fortify agility, strength, speed, and endurance by 50 points for a minute. Fortify health by 25.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Okay.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Create custom class. Click in that box, backspace to erase, and we'll put Ranger in there. We're going to put magic. We're going to do willpower. Okay, major skills. Light armor. Marksman, alchemy, restoration, and security. Security, sneak, and armorer. Armorer is how you repair weapons and armor. Very, very difficult to improve. So I want to put security in there so we have the ability to do a few things. Medium armor, spear. Now, the reason I'm taking spear is this governing ability, skill or ability is endurance. When we look at these various skills in here, medium armor, heavy armor, and spear are the only three that are governed by endurance. Of those three, only spear is the one we can control how often it gets used. How often are we going to attack with a spear? Each time we attack with it, that's what we're using is endurance. Medium and heavy armor, those are used when we get attacked while we're wearing that. We can't really control that. So that's a problem. Okay, whoops, spear. Now here I want mysticism, alteration, and enchant. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do long blade. Just went through that whole long spiel on why to do spear, and I'm going to do long blade. I can still raise endurance by using a spear. I just won't level by using the spear. And in truth, that won't matter that much. the reason is...
Very good. The letter that
First sign
preceded
cheating
you
we're gonna
mentioned
do.
you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
I had said in the vanilla mode that there was a cheat here, and there it is right there, the Badass I downloaded. The Badass takes all the benefits from these various burst signs, rolls them into one, and eliminates all the negatives. For example, the Atronach. Spell absorption 50 points, fortify magicka by twice your intelligence, but you get stunted magicka. That means you don't regenerate magicka. The only way you can renew your mana pool is by being attacked by magic and absorbing it, or by consuming restore magic potions. The Badass took the stunted out, so you do regenerate stamina. Now, what I did for when I personally played a game is I made not quite the Badass. The Badass fortifies speed, personality, endurance, and agility by 25 points, fortifies attack by 10. Not quite the Badass doesn't do any of those. And it also puts the stunted magicka back in. So it's a little bit tougher than the Badass. In truth, however, this only impacts the beginning of the game. Because as the game goes along and you raise these skills, these attributes, they'll go to 100 anyway. And then there's nothing to fortify. So late game, it really doesn't matter. So we're going to cheat. You don't like it? Shoot me.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
45 hit points, 200 magicka, 220 fatigue, 40 strength, intelligence, willpower, and luck. 65 because we got a 25-point boost in agility, speed, and personality. Endurance goes from a 50 to a 75 because of that 25-point boost. If you took not quite the Badass, you'd be at 40, 40, 50, and 40. Okay. Major skills here, minor skills. Minor skills are all 5s and 10s.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit the game.
Oh, here we are. And just as I did this with the vanilla, now you can see the difference in the bodies between vanilla and modded. It's a huge difference. The smoothness of the body and the shape. Vast difference. There we go. See, the eyes actually blink. I think that's neat. Okay.
Continue through to the next building and talk to Celos Gradus.
Guess we're going to pilfer these goodies here. Abscond with these. Take all this stuff. We're going to take that lockpick and equip that. Steal those 31 gold. You might remember when we came out of here in the vanilla, there was only a barrel there. There was no crate. That's a mod I've got downloaded. The only thing in here that's really worth anything is, and that's not worth much, these two little beginning bargain restore health potions, 1 point per second for 5 seconds. Not a whole lot there. There's a second ring here, Clear Bounty. That's from the mod that brought that barrel or that crate in. Excuse me. Go through this conversation. This guy looks different, doesn't he? Background, Morrowind, duties, Balmora, Caius, My Trade, Imperial, Sith Strider, Uriel, and the Empire. There's everything there. Now, these weren't here before. Oh, look at there. There's goodies in there. However, if you take them, you are going to get arrested for theft. That's from a mod. This guy's a mod. Gives us some beginning equipment. Nothing real heavy or fancy. Some parts to light armor, broadsword. Teaches us a couple of spells. Alteration spell of lock. System self-dispel. Heal companion. Belina soothing balm. Mortar and pestle so we can do some alchemy stuff. Lock pick and probe so we can pick locks and disarm traps. A short bow, 50 arrows, and 50 gold coins. Okay. That's what we have. Okay, so we're going to call that a brief little episode, a brief little introduction. You can see some of the differences in the graphics between vanilla and modded. Modded, the game stands up perfectly fine visually, I think. And the gameplay is still the same. It's always been quite good. Comment down below if you would. Let me know what your thoughts are. Click that like button. Hit subscribe. That way when I post the next episode, you'll get notified and you won't have to miss any content. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Have fun. And as always, until we see each other again, stay the hell off my front yard. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.